Vomiting is a symptom of various problems, but AnimalWised shares how the presence of white foam can help us to narrow down a possible cause. Gastritis. If a dog suffers from viral gastritis, the remains of any food eaten during the day will appear in the first vomit. As hours pass, a bilious or whitish looking liquid will be produced if the dog has been unable to eat any more food. There is no stomach content, but the gastric upset causes vomiting to continue. What we see is a mixture of gastric juices, mucus and other substances. Various causes of irritation and inflammation of the gastric mucosa can result in white foam, so the underlying reason needs to be determined for treatment to commence. Kidney or liver failure. Vomiting a whitish or yellowish foam without any food content is indicative of these types of organ failure. If our dog is of a certain age or vomiting white foam is accompanied by other symptoms such as increased urination, greater levels of thirst, apathy or bad breath, it is possible the origin is found in some alteration to the kidney or liver system. Depending on the disease in question, we should anticipate and detect the problem at its beginning when we have time to stop any progression. Performing annual checkups on our dogs starting at 7 or 8 years of age can provide a better chance of early hepatic or renal failure detection. Heart disease. The first symptom of heart disease in dogs is often the appearance of a hoarse, dry cough. At the end of an episode of violent coughing, vomiting of white foam appears. It has the consistency of beaten egg white. We usually see the dog coughs, vomits white phlegm, and then doesn't eat. Sometimes we confuse these symptoms with those of other health problems such as kennel cough or even choking on a foreign object. It's vital we check with a vet since heart disease can result in an enlarged heart and eventually heart failure. It is more common in older dogs or those with a genetic predisposition to heart problems. Breeds with such a tendency include the Shih Tzu, Yorkshire Terrier, Maltese, Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, or Boxer. Kennel cough. This is another type of irritation of the trachea that causes a dry cough which produces a foamy sputum. It can sound as if the dog is choking on a bone, but it's actually a contagious disease which can be of various viral or bacterial origins. It is important to collect data to differentiate this type of vomiting from that caused by heart failure and help our veterinarian determine the underlying cause. Tracheal collapse. This also produces vomiting of white foam, often associated with laboured breathing, coughing, and great concern in the dog's guardian. It is a flattening of the trachea which makes breathing difficult and is associated with congenital issues, meaning it is more prevalent in certain breeds. White foam is usually associated with a honking cough since air cannot properly pass through the trachea. Gastrointestinal problems may also cause stomach gurgling, something we learn about in the info video shared above. If my dog vomits white foam, what do I do? Under no circumstances should we self-medicate our dog. The only figure capable of prescribing treatment is a registered veterinarian. Offering our dog any drug can seriously worsen their health and even lead to death, especially if they are designed for human use. The veterinarian will need to determine the cause and provide appropriate treatment, something which may be prolonged if it involves organ failure. Take as much information as you can about your dog's symptoms and what preceded the vomiting of white foam. You should also take a photo to show the vet when you arrive. If you want to continue learning about dog diseases, don't miss the playlist we share here. Let us know your experience with the dog vomiting white foam, and we'll see you next time.